Abisia mama san enchia mo biemu na Honorable Kennedy ene Anas Aremia Anas ne sensem court nsensem yi na ukopie mu ewo USA court dia New Jersey ene ne nua nimpon aye ne biological brother mechire eye Ralph Agyapong a wosanso ne lawyer no ene ukopie mu ewo ho na ene wode eye revelations bi abeto eye amontenso a abisiafo na chese very powerful revelations ya na court ho which share the sinopi Emma womu ehu se Anas nsem bi a wokan no na chese eye atosem nsem no ebi enye no kre na ofale de bae Ghana ha ensem de course so de ofale e Ghana ha sei ene de wokopie mu so na chese to edwa no Honorable Kennedy akompreko Japan ne nua nimpo eba court ehuye abusia ensem no ewa na mmom no unya botre na owen waso na utia ubehunu ensem no emu enchirimu enti yenko ni nkonkotie mesrew se obelike wa share na wode wadwenche so agu ase meka fojiwa hospital limited ene de ama obomode ne form number na wo yade no ase ebetu entempa ena eye Prudent Cakes and Catering Services almost mekanfo eti ama bomode ne form number na opeduane bia se eye local na se continental wo mo ebebo kama sanso na weekend drive enso mekanfo edi ama so pese wo drive na unimodumu a wode ubesi ntia na so do betinesi echire na wa relax kama na wotimi akokodru bia opese udru ni sanso enamde alt 1 etwato na mekanfo di ama se ube ombetimi aboa ama wa brochira opese wokono etimi adimu awie peye enti form number na eniwa mu eni eye ensawoso abusia yakọ ni nkokotie lawyer Ralph Kwame Agyapong ne nsema wo kan ye e wo court ho eni a court fo lawyer fo ne judge fo weika na ono so aka yebisa nsem no waka a chese we na no we se waka nsem nya menkasa bi yakọ ni nkokotie.
Yes, I do.
State your name for the record.
Raphael Agyapong.
Spell your last name, please.
Agyapong.
Thank you.
Good morning. Please have a seat. And the acoustics are really bad, so please speak as loud as possible.
I will.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Forsman.
Good morning, Raphael. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. And yourself?
Are you related in any way to the defendant?
Yes, he's my biological brother.
And other than you being his biological brother, are you a confidant of his? Do you?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You're from Ghana, correct?
Respectfully so.
And what is your profession in Ghana?
I'm an attorney.
And as an attorney in Ghana, you're admitted to the bar there?
Respectfully so, 2014, October.
And in Ghana, do you hold distinctions of, like in England, barrister and solicitor?
I'm a barrister and a solicitor.
And what does that mean?
A solicitor in United Kingdom is only mandated to do office work. A barrister is to do trial. But in Ghana, when you are called to the bar, the both are combined. So I'm a barrister and a solicitor.
And you good standing member of the bar?
Respectfully so, active practitioner.
And you're allowed to practice in all courts in Ghana?
Respectfully so, I have done all courts, from the Supreme Court to the Court of Appeal, High Court and the lower courts.
And are you familiar with the action that Mr. Anas has brought against your brother in Ghana?
Respectfully so, I have been practically in charge of the cases.
You defended your brother?
In respect of this case, yes.
Now, there was testimony elicited during Mr. Anas's testimony that there's an appeal pending with regard to the case that he filed against your brother for defamation in Ghana. Are you familiar with that appeal?
So far as I'm concerned, and the court system is concerned, there is no appeal pending.
Why is that?
When Mr. Anas lost the matter in the High Court, he filed an appeal, and this was in 2023, somewhere in April, if my memory serves me right. And then he subsequently filed a process called certiorari in the Supreme Court, seeking to set aside the judgment of the High Court. So the Supreme Court, in a majority decision of 3-2, presided over by Her Ladyship the Chief Justice, said they dismissed Mr. Anas's certiorari. And an appeal in Ghana court can only be pending for 3 months. So there is no appeal pending so far as I'm concerned. The High Court judgment and the certiorari is the current decision in favor of the defendant.
And the findings of the lower judge were upheld?
Respectfully so. The lower judge had an additional responsibility because he's a Court of Appeal judge. So before he was promoted to the Court of Appeal, he was the presiding judge on the matter. So he did additional responsibility. So far as we are concerned, a judgment which has been affirmed because the certiorari was dismissed, by no means a person that the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana.
So the statements by the plaintiff that that case is on appeal are not correct?
It's not correct. The appeal has been struck out because he failed to pursue it. So there is no appeal pending.
And during the entire pendency of this matter, since it started in 2018, did the plaintiff ever appear in court?
No, he never appeared in court.
Not once?
He never appeared in court. And the picture that we had on him, he denied it. He denied it. So the question that the High Court judge had to answer in Accra was, if you are saying it is not you.
Let's have the slide bar.
Sir, you were present in court during the testimony of the plaintiff regarding the land.
Respectfully so.
And what are you aware of? Is that part, were you involved in that at all? In any part of that?
No, that is a suit which was brought against him by a gentleman called Adolf Tete in Accra. I have all the court records here. And Adolf Tete has a land title certificate. I heard him say that he was his grantor. No, he was sued personally by Adolf Tete for trespassing on his land. So,
stating that he was directly sued.
Respectfully so.
He was not.
He was directly sued by Adolf Tete. I have the records here.
Now, there was testimony, there was a video shown with regard to a prosecutor and 5 patent strike. Are you familiar with the accusation that Mr. Anas was involved with a bribe with a prosecutor?
Respectfully so.
Are you ready?
Respectfully so.
He's ready.
Are you familiar with that document?
Yes.
And what is that document?
This is a document from a law firm called Cromwell Gray, which used to represent Mr. Anas Anas, the plaintiff. So this is a letter from his lawyer. And this letter came out because the defendant had reported him to the General Legal Counsel. And then in response to the petition, he admitted that yes, there was a ghost scam which he was tasked to investigate, and admitted the video in part, but denied in part. In his denial, he said...
Well, just let me hold on for a second. Is there a signature on the last page?
The signature of...
No, on the last page of the document.
Yes.
And whose signature is it?
Anas Anas.
The plaintiff.
Respectfully so.
And in that document, you were saying that he admitted what?
He admitted that he was tasked by the then President of the Republic, the late Professor John Evans Atamils, to investigate a gold scam of some Arabians who had come to Ghana to do gold business, who were scammed. And then he went to this particular place in Accra called Nima, where he met the suspects and then engaged them in conversation and admitted that yes, in this document, that it was a $1.9 million involved in the scam. and he was supposed to look for the culprits. And then, after meeting them, there was a conversation about paying him bribe money, so that he bribe money, so that he will stop the investigation. So our subsequent checks at the High Court in Accra confirmed that he was the witness for the Republic. Because of that conversation, which he has admitted in part here, the investigation got blocked as a static point in time. And then the culprits were let go. So this is what is contained here. This is his signature, his own document.
Do you know a gentleman by the name of Hafiz?
Yes, Hafiz, I'm aware he's deceased. And Hafiz was mentioned in this investigation. So when you look at the content of the document you are holding, Hafiz is mentioned in. And in fact, it came from his own source. He is the author of that document. He mentioned that yes, indeed, he met Hafiz in respect of this gold scam transaction. So they are all captured in the document which emanated from his law firm, his lawyer's office.
So this is the document that he signed, and I'll put you to paragraph 2.6. This is his document.
Yes.
And what's in it? It says
2.6 is Mohammed Hafiz Abdallah, Mubarak Saidu, and Prince Kingston Kwame were charged with conspiracy.
That's enough. Thank you. But in his document, he mentioned.
Yes.
So if the plaintiff had testified that he never heard of or knew of Hafiz, that would not be accurate.
That is incorrect.
In his own right.
Yes, that's his own document.
Do you know if he's still working and active?
Yes, he is, because he had a documentary that he was supposed to air just about January, and for whatever reason, it never came on.
Not yet.
Not yet, yes, but he has been working since after the judgment from Accra High Court.
In the action against your brother in Ghana, was Ahmed Sulu mentioned? Ahmed, was he mentioned in that action?
No, the plaintiff never appeared in court.
I know, but in the allegations against your brother in Ghana?
I am not sure. I may have to refer to his writ of summons.
Thank you.
Honorable Ken, also, men can be proud. Wouldn't even go into the legal aspect of the whole thing. Say, Osha, the first verdict nearby, it came from the jury. America system, no, cases need to be tried by jury and judge. During the effort, only pebia obitimi, a suasam no carry, wetimi ebua. Yadana babeta, no achana adwene. Yadana babeta se. Na judge no, ashe. The law na kasaka na sa nipa no oye a juror and a member of the jury no ashe the ensemnity the facts into jury no facts na judge na share the law na judge na guide the jury no na omagina fact no so e de aboa na judge no so ahwe na ordinance my den so Ghana ha no ye no just wakwa kodi bone ye crime an kasa so ansane ha na crime no crime na just an ordin ansane the tried by jury and judge aba and yes ebo e be ma assembly trial na chese judge na atrase ahwe nti the court first no say the jury no ordinary person no etin sem share the we anase na ni sem no fabricate here
when him say fabrication or court with just atade baako he was just trying to be smart say o hiani na sika na nipa na tina yes
and the jury no share no mo kra no munim normal course o Ghana and touch analysis so what that yes emotions so and omdubu as 18 le but he was subject to appeal interior Kennedy as an lawyers for the appeal no ohone the judge na kasa na behwe no no mo fact no ahwe law no with his expertise one no say dia na akoso yi dia na akoso wo ba beje 18 million na so pepe kase ma se kakakraka bi dia na Kennedy aka about you a enye no kre and I want to resume chasing.
Only evidence.
Only evidence, yeah. So me, in a nutshell, I think the reduction of the 80 million to 500, which will be say, and the Kawan Koko to Grand Kaya, and the second year at the Boni Biano, it shows one thing. That's the way. I don't know, person will try. I can't say, now when you require then why? $500 honor a verdict in the buy now. Can John and now so this is Kamasi and from command us and Nana or why be Boni Biara. You see, yes, but Emremuno. Once a Nipanan Casacra ba, Tisa Nas and about the show course say, Ubia BB Tiame. Yes, Casanibu wa, you reckon the canon cream. Yeah. But ye no, and then Nipan Casasuno, you want Sembo Wayanka, and Abeka no Chano. Bubo on the Beka, purposely paying, and yes, a plane fat. Who can you plane? Ain't I don't know a year honorable Kennedy issue. Now, no sooner. Over the period Ghana for air yachtness because the damage that Anas has caused this country and you're more than whatever that we can imagine. And then your football industry a good all because of an agenda or setting. Oh, the process mean now entrapment. Neba energy oje no ababi jabonten and what to bribe. Meanwhile, the position of the law said the Oma and the original then atomra, but what the no about be creating impression. No, Sabina, Osha culture, and he found out so Ucho be at the so percent the Panaboa, and I say Ucho be at the say, oh, only the Panan and take a crap and answer my end. Oh, quite you feel crying yourself, men fans upon your day. It's a question so because Mammy Sikaria and Sana Mabuao, and I said, Dumano on yet, I just saw discard then and San Waya. And now you want some can. But who are not what they are in an entesa? You set agenda when you are into the whole verdict of Yeraken and Anas court issue. As is about baby, is a second crime, the Bonibiara, a chance or no. And dear, a chance said the truth will always what stand or will prevail. And that is what Honorable Kennedy Agyapong in for. He's the only person who ultimately sorry Jina yes and that's who go man who feel and that's what them conform sometimes na say nipan entias yes baby na say the ekron ye fa just question yan tachi nko a ewiase mu ha say wan na so be e training ni FIFA on ade no football no e whole business yes cartel. Yes. Until the Omo Yasias. Until yes. Yamia Adum Kakra President go for Mada Roma. Was in Yanta baby I would do. Sakabana came across for your deputy FIFA boss. And I said, oh, Tini and Nas, Arabia and Nas, I would only the Pamon and Amna Tini. Brr. And a quick see. So, man, Nimu young woman be Biadi Abafo. Say, man, football was say, oh, man, because I see and I say, you know, because he was the only person at that time with me. Sorry, I said, no, on me on fairness and then on me on truth to prevail. Sorry, or picking us one after the other. Am I going to say? I and the baby about be doing it. A babu honorable can a Japan basopa wakoko den. Nanas smart way out this smarting crowfo. So okay, yeah, verdict nedi can buy and no na NC quickly obey video. Yes. Ebina yenya crowfo boni to Madina has said no bekaya. Try swallow. My swallow. And I do know me and some. One bad two no and I say thing yes. The idea natural be so say the pakoro na enye so na we na say you know what connected to you are honorable Kennedy Japan sama waka enene enhia ebobra ebi no ye no na no jury ya say yes e wana quickly odi me ka be video na ma we ni 18 million avera down won say we see na wo hwe na pa justice for 30 million I never 18 million yes can na justice na ke man 30 million konji 18 million me shock crash the budget and I say I am looking for justice justice in the you didn't get justice in Ghana truly if there was any justice to be gained na kaya Ghana has said this is the first video no kaya be can say justice system no kra in America dey na oh yeah agenda setter and there are 500 there when you they say obi person te anas sanase ahon uncle read that case now judgment you're passing or hase or Ghana say. When you read that case, you understand everything about the information and the truth.
Now, I say, it's the kind of canon no crown. I said, the anase canon.
Yes.
The judge in Yabu trepa. Videos and any idea. All kinds of one printing one. I dream about printing in natural. This guy. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. And then one of the defense.
Maybe I can influence it. W.
Oh yes. A local, your friend be locus classical.
So from 18 above $500.
Yes. Any merit. Obi jina radio so a kasa. No or kasa the truth a defense. And Kennedy so some kind na no. The truth about the period who and that's how you do your things. And you say you're very sincere.
Thank me by now the what na opposition akunyan baby a obetena.
Yes.
Na be o baby a camera no.
Yes.
And what set of questions will be busa?
Yes.
Any answers are what you
Yes.
Now at the end of the day, no work can in our boom.
Yes.
Why not so we are I just want to come at BBC near Agyapong?
Yes. Now find out now what answer you yak cabo.
Yes, BBC
no mama usika. No mama usika.
Because one per content.
Mama usika.
Now the people got baby. Now baby had never tana. And baby had wakunya besi. Any questions I be busano. We have a kati. Why voice the atuasi aba.
You yani asafro say you nya ho video the beto abonto usika fabra. One first come bad there near the babe to abonting. No blackmail.
Yeah, to me just ade we atum.
So na nkofo abaka kosi na ntechi kan say kase ya manisika o ma sika wie ye no so kran na so mo sa de release ye into organisika sa so na dubu an so kan say yes they charge him so one for sika ma and yes I betua sa so na cha so nyo on to bisu so na onu obi ko na ye na so nya
na no bia say o kan say sika o ye o kan say kosi nya ntechi ye kra e kan say e no kre no what me atena say ayo na
frankly speaking
ade na ba na wi